I want to share with you the protocol that completely changed my productivity, allowing me to do more with less. But it's very simple, nothing crazy. What exactly is this book I'm holding? The One Thing by Gary Keller and Papasan. Such a cool last name, Papasan. The surprisingly simple truth behind results, extraordinary results. It's a book that is in the shape of a domino. And the idea with the one thing is really recognizing what is your lead domino. When you tip over your lead domino, it knocks over all the other dominoes, making a compounding effect just from that one push, from that one inserted effort, inserted energy. And so the task that makes everything else easier or irrelevant, that's what we want to think about. And so with the protocol, for me, what changed was figuring out the one task, the one thing that I want to do. Before, I used to write out a whole lot of things to do on my to-do list and try to cross them out. What I found is instead, you can go ahead and make your to-do list, but then you're only allowed to focus on one thing. What is the main thing that will help knock everything else down? Now I've gotten to a point where I don't even really make to-do lists because I just default to, okay, what is the one thing I can control and do right now? What do I mean by that? For example, with content creation, if there's only one thing I can do this week, it's going ahead and setting 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday or Sunday and create multiple videos where I record, edit, and schedule. That's the one thing. If I don't get anything else done, I just want to get that done. So the way I incorporate this into my own life, I take the weekend and choose one outcome for the week in really the area that I'm focusing on. I get it. You have a job or you have a career, you have other things going on in your life. So try to pinpoint the key things, right? You have a career. Okay, what is the most important thing in your career that you want to work on this week? For me, when it comes to content creation, what is the most important thing I can do this week in terms of content creation? And again, for me, that's batch recording. Just dedicating time and energy into one sit down flow of planning videos, planning out the ideas, and then just recording, clearing them up, and scheduling them out. That way, it gives me time throughout the rest of the week to just think, to sort of faff about and just come up with other ideas or think about other ideas and learn about other ideas that I'm learning about. I found this to be very useful because what exactly does the one thing actually do? Well, the one thing in terms of this idea actually does two things. Yes, the one thing does two things. When you think about the one thing on this giant to-do list, you're saying yes to the biggest, most important thing. But then secondly, you're also saying no to all the other crap that's out there. So it requires this key discipline, this skill set of I'm going to only do the most important thing because that forces you to have to prioritize the most important thing and then just say no to everything else. And what that does is it helps decrease decision fatigue. I found once I made the decision, I've analyzed that, took 30 seconds or whatever you need. That's the decision we're going with. We're going to execute that as far as we can. And then once we're done, then maybe we can go to the next thing. Maybe. But the main priority is the one thing. From there, you get more momentum. So once you do the one thing, you have more momentum to just go and do other things if time allows or whatnot. But because you have this energy from accomplishing really the one thing, usually the hardest thing, you can go about doing other things that are even easier. Plus, I found there's greater clarity on how I want to live my life in terms of how I want to prioritize what's important to me. Instead of 10 different things sort of fighting for my attention, is just one thing. What is the one domino I need to knock over to actually get the ball rolling, to build momentum, and to really accomplish the one big key task that will help knock down the rest of the dominoes? Just like when you have dominoes, what's the one thing you got to do? Knock down the leading domino. Same idea. What is your leading domino in the field, in the area you're trying to work on? Try it for a week. Figure out what's your one thing. Let me know how it goes for you. I found this to be really helpful. It's, again, been honestly very life-changing because it's simple yet very effective. So I hope this works for you. Let me know how it goes for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.